All right, Chris, we have determined by rewatching the tape that it's likely the top line, the feed line going into it, that never got tightened. It does look like we wrenched on the return. Well, it's not even really a return. It's more like a lead line, I guess, more than anything.
I don't know anything about this.
So anyways.
Cylinder myself.
Yeah.
I just know we have to take this thing back out.
Yeah.
Which is great.
It's like, I don't want to do it, but we put this motor in here and like, I feel like it was only like 20 minutes.
Yeah, but so like if it was recently, it would have been fresh in our mind.
Yeah.
Right? And then we're like, oh well, we did this exactly. I don't remember.
No, I don't either. And there's more stuff on it now too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get some 10 millimeters and 8 millimeters.
Let's move this hood out of the way.
Yeah, we gotta put that in the back of the truck.
Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have your doubts, not what I'm about, have your cloud, it be raining now, I keep making sound, go another round, I'm legend bound, can't stop me now.
These are 15s, I bet.
Oh, that was...
Because of course that's the one that you put away.
Oh, of course. So what, did that take us an hour? Hour to get us out?
I mean, and that was with us just like kind of...
Yeah.
Talking and messing around. I feel like if we were just like focused, probably would take a little less. 40 minutes.
Probably.
The tire's like stuck to it now. Yeah, that's the one you were talking about.
Think it's leaking off this though? I prefer it to be leak. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's...
That probably doesn't help.
It's also finger tight. What's going on?
Okay. Like, I mean, what is it? Some brake fluid.
It's just some brake fluid, which you say you don't have any. Oh wait, I have brake fluid in there.
Oh, yeah. Maybe we just do.
Well, okay. Where do you have a piece of wood that'll span that? Yeah.
Maybe over there, dude. Put that whole pad in there. I don't know if that would fit. What would it? I mean, what would it damage? There's like, we really only have one spot we could put it.
I don't know if this will span the whole thing.
Okay, Chris just lifted the whole transmission into the engine bay here. We're gonna try to hook it up and try to bleed it before we put everything back together, so that we at least know that we've done the due diligence. And then we'll know if the master works, because the master may be too small. This is the drain. So you just like put this into fluid. You just dunk this into a thing of fluid, and that pumps all the air out. So I have that Gatorade bottle.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to grab that, that can be our what do you call it? Get that dunked in.
This is metric.
Yeah, that's metric. The painstaking process I went through to find this fitting assembly to make this happen, and then I just had to drill. I had to make my own inverted flare end. I just drilled it on the drill press, and that didn't leak. but it leaked down here. I'm gonna try not to make a mess here.
Okay.
Yeah, look at all that air. It appears to work. Well, I don't know if it appears to work. It appears to not leak anymore, which is a win. So, okay, well,
let's
try to do this. Repeat it to me, Chris. For the video's sake, how do you get an AR5 with a fab out adapter on an LS engine easily?
How you put it.
Might have to cut that part. Look at those on time lapse.
Well, okay. Anyway, yeah. So we have this, so that way the back end is angled upward.
Mm-hmm.
When we're putting the transmission on at this angle, gravity really helped us out, and it just slid right in. Like in comparison to trying to slide it on totally parallel to the ground, I don't know what it is. We just couldn't get the force.
Yeah.
Put it in, but just having it at a slight angle.
Yep.
Upwards, it just slid right on. It was kind of unbelievable how easy it was in comparison.
Booty
So
up.
yeah, booty up, doggy style on the back.
Jesus. I'll torque it down. You go do your what do you call it?
My house showing.
Yeah. I'll swap out the engine mounts to a finished set that's
Okay.
painted.
And I'm gonna come up after I show the house. Bro.
Sure.
The two
Yeah.
houses.
If you want to do that, I think we could get back in.
Perfect.
Chris keeps unconnecting the transmission. I'm gonna bleed this clutch. Try to build some pressure. I don't know. Doesn't feel like it. You hear that?
Yeah.
Oh no. We may have a bad master cylinder here. We've been trying to bleed this thing for a bit, and there's a first of all, there's a noise of the master, but also the pedal just really, it only builds pressure if you pump it up quickly. It doesn't disengage the transmission. We know that for sure. So it may be that this master is not working for this, but I also think the master itself is shot. Okay, so it looks like the master cylinder is dead, so we ordered in a new master cylinder for this to see if that works. I did check out some RX-7 ones too, but they're the same bore, so I don't think there's anything particularly different with them. So we're going to continue on with the parts that we have. Got our new parts store master cylinder here to replace that one. All right, here we go. Gonna get those two bolts out and disconnect that. Should be pretty simple. I'm hoping it is, but we will find out. I kicked over a Gatorade bottle with brake fluid in it. So now I'm freaking barefoot. Persevere at this point. Okay, this was relatively quick to break loose. We're just about there. Now we just gotta pull this thing out, make a huge mess. So I also just realized that I didn't film any of this. Everything that we've been doing here. I'm gonna put some clips in.
It's not like we got very far.
Yeah, we didn't get anywhere. It's bled. It is moving the slave cylinder, just not enough. So yes, what Fabot says on the website about minimum bore size being 11/16 definitely appears to be valid. 5/8 is not cutting it. So now we have to decide if we can find a stock master that works relatively okay, or we can confirm that it has a certain bore size. They recommend a 3/4 inch bore size or 7/8 depending on pedal ratio, which I don't have the capacity to try to measure at this point in time.
I can't imagine your pedal ratio is huge. I would have to think that it'd be like, just to be on the safe side, you could go with a larger bore, but I don't know if it matters that much. Maybe it does. We don't want to run into another situation like this.
Right. Either way, we got to find something. We finally got the Wilwood 3/4 inch master cylinder. So, got to pull out the OEM master cylinder, and we'll get to reattaching that. I have no hair left on my hand, but I finally got the stock plunger out. And it is a different thread pattern than the new one, of course. Now the top hole is drilled, but the bottom hole might be a problem with this. All these brake lines are kind of in the way of it. It's like, I wish I could just have an extension for my drill bit, but that might be an issue. Had to sacrifice most of the brake fluid so we could pull these two lines out so I can get the other hole drilled here, but you can see we now have both of the holes drilled. Now I'm going to push these two bolts through, see if I can get a little tension on them. Back under the dash. More struggling. Just finally able to get that clip off there with a little screwdriver. So now I think what we're going to do is either retap this or drill it out and put a nut on the inside just so we can get the rod threaded in there. Well, even though this is definitely the M8x1, goes on the 5/16x24, which is what that Wilwood Master is running. Okay, so we've got it hooked up now. Chris is trying to find a specific fitting. He's heading up this way. Hopefully he can find it, and then we should be able to bleed this.
Man, this thing is awesome.
Look at that. It's already done.
Lifesaver. Almost already done. I still have to do the cone to get that inverted flare going. But man, it's just so easy. You can do this right on the vehicle. Right. I'm not sponsored by this either. I just love it. But man, the money, $350 for this thing.
It's like a working tool. You have to be like, making.
Yeah, which I don't. Like, that's the thing. I don't really make these all that much.
Well, tools like that are the kind of tools that, like, ideally you buy once and, like, your kid uses it and then you just give it to him when you die. And, like, hopefully it's not outdated by then.
Yeah.
Does it feel like it got tight enough?
Yeah. Yeah. It's fine.
Sure. Ignore all that movement.
No. Like, I gotta actually tighten it down with a wrench for it to not have that slop. But how do we want to bend this? Like,
I would just do like another 90.
Do we want it to? We want it to fit in there, don't we?
I mean,
Yeah.
will it? Can
Yeah.
it bend that tight?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll make it.
All right. Yeah, that'd be.
With this radius though, that's probably. We'll figure it out.
It'll be fine.
See how well this goes.
Oh, look at it. Oh, look at it.
It could be.
So beautiful just to not seal.
Yeah, we'll see if that seals or not. I don't like that. I don't like the way that looks.
This is one of those projects where, like, the final product, you know, knock on wood that this all works, doesn't really represent well, like, what you had to do.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, it looks like a nice finished product. And it's like, well, this was plan C.
Yeah.
But, like, you know.
This took much longer.
Like, it was not the, you know, like, the ideal solution, but it was a solution nonetheless.
Yeah.
Good?
Are you holding?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, go ahead. It's flowing out like foam, pretty much.
It's a ton of pressure now. It's so much better than the other one.
Okay, hold it again. Yeah, it's not a steady stream for me. It's just like a bunch of foam.
I think there's a ton of air. That whole line, I mean, all that line we did is air. So,
Yeah. Okay.
like I said, it might work. I don't know if it makes a difference if we do it the one way, where like you're just pumping fluid through.
I don't know.
I don't know. But you're wasting a lot of fluid like that. It's getting better, so I think.
Yeah, it's again still blowing out a bunch of foam.
Well, that's what we want, right?
Yeah.
All right. I mean, it builds pressure in like 3 pedal. Like,
I don't know if it's blown out foam because the design of like the bleeder valve. Because the bleeder valve might be sucking air in through the threads, and then mixing up. You know how like a faucet works with where you turn it on and it's got it's not like a steady stream of water. It's actually got air mixed in. I'm wondering if it's the same deal with this or if it's just me being.
I mean, if there's bubbles or foam, I feel like you go until there's no bubbles or foam, right?
That's what I would think. Yeah. Normally, it's just like when I'm doing brakes, it's like block,
Right.
You know? But not foam.
I mean, it's a ton of pedal.
It's also really agitated though because we've been like messing with it.
Yeah. Like ready, watch this. Like I'll pull it back.
Yeah.
You closed it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna pull it back. One pump, I already have. Like, you see my knee?
Yeah.
It's already got full pedal pressure.
Do you think we?
And then that's I can feel that's the clutching gauge.
Yeah.
That's the cylinder moving.
Does it feel good enough to stop, or do you think we should do it a few more times?
I don't know. We could probably do it a few more times. I would like it to not be foamy. I don't necessarily believe that we would have gotten the air out that fast, but I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe we did.
The clutch system is like it's got less line than a brake system.
Yeah.
So I'd expect it to do it faster. But yeah, let's do it a couple more times.
Let's do like 2 more and see what happens.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Gonna put it in first.
Okay.
Won't spin, right?
Yep.
That still won't spin.
Shut up, Chris.
It won't spin.
Shut up right now, dude.
Put it in 5th gear.
There's no way. Nothing?
No, that would have been harder actually now that I think about it. No, nothing.
No way.
Put it in first. I wonder if I'm just too weak.
What if you stick like a bar through it?
Yeah, maybe. I wouldn't want to damage this thing though.
Chris? Yeah.
What if yeah?
Dude.
What if your other slave cylinder works, man? But
Dude. The fact, I mean, that was weird. It wasn't working at all. No relief.
I think it wasn't working in first gear.
We put it in fifth, and it just starts working.
Well, so in fifth gear, it's a 1-to-1 ratio. So when I was turning it, it was fine. But in first gear, it's a lower ratio. But
Yeah.
I was working against the ratio coming from the back.
But then, it does beg the question, did the OEM master work?
I don't know. You want to put it back in?
No. Dang, man. That's interesting. But, we got a working clutch now. So, like, I push that in. It turns like no problem.
With my hand.
Sweet.
Dude, yeah, let's put the original clutch master back in.
Yeah. Too much has happened now,
I
Chris.
feel like it actually would have worked, Lauren.
Well, yeah, it actually would have worked. Climb out from under the car and come feel this pedal, though. I've never heard of a clutch being stuck.
Well, it's brand new. Maybe it was stuck on the. Did you get a new flywheel or no?
Yeah.
Maybe it was stuck on the flywheel, or it could have been stuck on the diaphragm plate.
It's weird, man. All right, get ready for this. Like, get ready to feel just...
Oh yeah.
It's so, like, right? It's like, it's almost perfect.
I'm wondering if your other one wouldn't have worked.
It was not like that.
Well, I remember when you were looking at it, it was only pressing it a little bit, right?
Yeah.
If you look at it now, it goes in.
Yeah.
Like it
You'll have to
really-
send me... Did you take a video of that, or
I
just...
did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that presses.
That looks perfect. It looks like
That presses in
flat.
all the way. It's good.
Sweet.
So.
It has a clutch now, Chris.
Yeah.
I need to clean this because it just kind of feels bad, like working on it. It's just like covered in dust, but it has a clutch. Finally, we definitely used a lot of brake fluid, but we now have a finished clutch, which means like the drivetrain is ready. This stupid thing. I'm gonna have to like make a little thing to hold that with or something.
Yeah.
I'm just clipping into that. Oh, there we go. Sweet. Yeah.
Kind of.
Oh well, that works. We have this.
You
We have all
gotta
this
put this somewhere
junk.
you're
We
not
have like
gonna-
some bad. They're all gross brake fluid.
Yeah. Oh wait, we have to. We have to bleed the lines.
Yeah, the brakes.
Did you already reconnect them?
Yeah, it was just these two. But look at that, man. Look how clean that looks.
That
It does look real clean.
And it says Wilwood on it.
It says Wilwood, so you know it's got a big brake kit, of course.
Are you gonna use stock calipers?
Oh, for now, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we'll finally cut that one off here. Next thing up is the fuel system.